When God is about to bless you, everything in your life begins to shift. You may not see it yet, but something deep inside you starts to stir. The air around you feels different. The people around you begin to show their true colors. Your spirit becomes restless, not because you're lost, but because heaven is rearranging your life for what's about to come. This is not confusion, it's confirmation. This is not chaos, it's construction. It's the sign that the hand of God is working in silence, setting you up for something bigger than your prayers. There are moments when you feel like everything is falling apart, but in truth, God is just pulling away the pieces that no longer fit the picture of your destiny. You may feel alone. You may not understand what's happening, but this is heaven's whisper. I'm preparing you for more. You prayed for growth, and growth requires change. You asked for purpose, and purpose requires pruning. You said, God use me, and God said, then let me remake you. Because before every big blessing, God shifts the atmosphere. Suddenly the things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The people who once clapped for you now fall silent. The doors that once opened for you now close without warning. And you start to wonder, what did I do wrong? But you didn't do anything wrong. You simply outgrew what was small. When you're meant to fly, the nest will become uncomfortable. When you're destined for more, the familiar will start to feel foreign. God disturbs your comfort when He's about to deliver your calling. That restlessness you feel in your spirit, that's heaven breaking the shell. That's the sound of new beginnings pushing through old structures. Every delay, every rejection, every silence, it's divine timing shaping your story. Listen, before God gives you something big, He allows things to be shaken. You'll notice relationships start to fade. Not because people hate you, but because God is protecting you from distraction. You'll notice your plans fall apart. Not because God ignored your prayers, but because He's building a path you didn't see coming. Sometimes the storm isn't sent to destroy you, it's sent to redirect you. Sometimes the pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. And when heaven begins to move, you will see these signs. Your spirit becomes sensitive, your peace becomes priceless, and your faith begins to stretch beyond your comfort. God will start revealing truth through pressure. You'll find yourself crying for no reason, feeling heavy one moment and hopeful the next. That's not emotional instability, that's spiritual labor. You're birthing something in the unseen. Before every blessing, God clears the room. Don't be surprised when people walk away. Don't be shocked when the phone stops ringing. God is not punishing you. He's protecting your peace. He's removing every voice that can't handle your next level. Some people were meant to hold your hand in one season, but not walk with you into the next. When God elevates you, He isolates you first, because greatness grows in silence. Every prophet had a wilderness before the promise. Every leader had a season of being hidden before being seen. David was anointed in private before being crowned in public. Joseph was locked in a prison before being promoted to the palace. Even Jesus spent 30 years in silence before His 3 years of miracles. So if you're feeling unseen right now, it's not rejection, it's refinement. God is shaping your heart, teaching your hands, and building your faith behind the curtain. And while you wait, heaven is working. The enemy wants you to think nothing is happening. But listen, just because you can't see it doesn't mean God isn't doing it. The seed doesn't shout while it grows, it breaks in silence. God works in the dark, and when it's time, He will reveal what He's been preparing. You'll wake up one day and realize the pain had purpose, the tears were training, and the silence was strategy. Sometimes God hides your blessing inside a battle. That's why you're facing pressure from every side. It's not to break you, it's to build capacity in you. The size of your fight is often the size of your future. If the attack is heavy, it's because your calling is bigger than what you thought. The enemy wouldn't fight you this hard if there wasn't something powerful on the other side. He doesn't waste his weapons on people without purpose. So don't panic when everything shifts. Don't question your faith when things get strange. That shaking you feel is divine movement. God is realigning your steps, repositioning your favor, and reintroducing you to your true identity. The things that once fit will no longer fit. The people who once understood you may no longer get you. That's not loss, that's growth. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. When God is about to bless you, He'll test your obedience. He'll ask you to walk by faith, not by sight. He'll remove what you depend on so you can depend on Him. He'll close every earthly door to show you He's the only open one left. Because real faith isn't proven when everything makes sense. It's proven when nothing does. It's in the moments you can't trace Him that you must choose to trust Him. You may be praying, God, where are you? And He's whispering back, right here, working behind the scenes. You may think nothing is happening, but heaven is rearranging every piece of your story. Sometimes God delays not because He forgot, but because He's protecting the timing. You don't want the right thing at the wrong time. You don't want the promise without the preparation. You don't want the crown without the cross. This is why sometimes He'll strip everything away, not to leave you empty, but to remind you that He is enough. He's teaching you that peace isn't found in possessions, but in His presence. He's reminding you that what you lost was never your foundation. He was. Because when you realize God is all you have, you also realize He's all you need. So if you're in that space where everything feels uncertain, where prayers seem unanswered, where doors are closing faster than you can knock, don't give up. This is not your ending. This is your turning. You are standing in the hallway of your next season. And while you wait, heaven is aligning every detail. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered. Your future is being prepared while you're still processing your past. The promise is closer than it looks. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep standing. Because the same God who brought you this far will not leave you here. Every tear you've cried has been counted. Every sleepless night has been seen. And every broken piece of your heart is being mended by divine hands. What you thought was a breakdown is becoming your breakthrough. What felt like the end is just the introduction to your next chapter. Soon, the same people who doubted you will witness what God does through you. The same doors that closed will open wider than before. The same pain that hurt you will become the platform that heals others. You will look back and realize it had to happen this way. The betrayal had to happen. The loss had to happen. The silence had to happen. Because without it, you wouldn't have discovered the strength that was sleeping inside you. This is your preparation season. This is the setup before the spotlight. This is the construction before the completion. Don't rush what God is still building, because when it's ready, when you're ready, no power in hell, no force on earth, no opposition in the spirit can stop what He has ordained for you. God is about to give you something big. But before He does, He's refining your circle, testing your heart, and anchoring your faith. He's making sure that when the blessing comes, you'll know who to give the glory to. You're not losing, you're leveling up. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. So take a deep breath, wipe those tears, lift your head. The same God who turned water into wine, who parted seas, who raised the dead, is working in your story right now. You don't have to see the whole path. You just have to trust the one who paved it. Because when He moves suddenly. When He restores fully. And when He blesses, He makes sure everyone knows it was Him. This is your sign. The shift you feel isn't random, it's divine. Heaven is moving and your life is about to change. Stay faithful, stay grounded, stay ready. Because what's coming next will silence every doubt, heal every wound, and prove that every delay was worth it.